The U.S.-led war against the Islamic State, also known as ISIL or ISIS, is strongly supported by the global public, according to a survey of 40 countries published by the Pew Research Center in Washington. Richard Wyke, who helped write the report, is the Director of Global Attitudes Research at Pew.
There's a lot of support globally for the U.S. campaign against ISIS in Iraq and Syria. Across the countries we surveyed, a median of 62% say they support the U.S. campaign, just 24% say they oppose it.
Wyke says some of the strongest support for the campaign comes from Europe and the Middle East, in contrast to widespread opposition to the U.S.-led invasion of Iraq more than a decade ago. However, Pew found continuing disapproval of the harsh interrogation techniques used against terrorism suspects following the 9/11 attacks.
Around the globe, there's a lot of opposition to those techniques. A median of 50% across the countries where we asked this question said that they thought these techniques by the U.S. government were not justified.
But there's more to this poll than U.S. policy toward the Middle East.
This report gives us a broad overview of how the world sees the U.S. and American foreign policies, how the world sees China, and how the world sees the balance of power between these two global powers.
And as for the U.S. military pivot toward Asia,
by and large, people tended to say this is a good thing, that they see a U.S. military presence in the region as being something that encourages stability.
Beyond that, Wyke says many consider the United States, not China, as the world's leading economic power.
There's some signs that the rebound in the American economy over the last couple of years is something that people are paying attention to, and they see U.S. economic power as being on the rise.
My top priority as president is to grow the economy and help more hardworking Americans get ahead.
President Barack Obama's push for the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal is part of that effort. It now seems closer to becoming a reality. The Pew study suggests Mr. Obama's high global approval rating is helping him with his foreign policy initiatives, including relations with trade partner China, which the survey found most people believe will eventually eclipse the U.S. as the world's superpower. Arash Arabasadi for VOA News, Washington.